Hi everyone, it's Sandy, and today I'm here with
Trinh, that's my name.
And her channel is trinhsformerz. So she's my parabatai, and today she had the idea to do my makeup, but we wanted to do the makeup book tag, which she actually tagged me in like a year ago and I never did, just because I think I suck at makeup and it's hard to do your makeup while talking about books and filming the whole thing as well. So today Trinh is going to be my makeup artist, and I'm going to be answering the questions for the makeup book tag, and I have the questions all here, and I just pulled the questions from Sarah's video, from Sarah without an H, because she added some additional questions to it. The first question is primer. Pick a book that left a lasting impression.
Where's your primer, girl?
I don't have primer, but I have moisturizer.
That's good enough.
Which is like the next close thing.
Yeah. So today we're gonna put on moisturizer.
So the book that left a lasting impression on me is definitely The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And I went into this book not thinking that I would love it as much as I do. I had a feeling I'd like it, but not love it. It's definitely a book where I could not stop thinking about it after reading it.
Yeah.
We gotta
what a mess.
Find a hair tie, because I don't really have that
much.
Girl,
tell your own hair. You just give it to me.
So The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo follows this journalist slash reporter. Her name is Monique, and she's given the opportunity to interview this woman named Evelyn Hugo, who's like 79 at the start of the book. Evelyn is a Hollywood icon. She's Cuban American. She's also bisexual, and she is going to tell her life story to Monique. And yeah, and so so the book is divided into 7 sections, and Evelyn is known for having 7 husbands, or have married 7 different men. The writing is just beautiful. There's a female-female relationship in it, and I loved it.
I love it too.
Yeah.
Like, Sandy got me the book for Christmas, and I read it in February, and I loved it so much. And now I get it.
Yeah, I was just loving hearing your live reactions to the book, because like it's always so great when you love a book and someone else is reading that book and they're texting you about it. It's such a great feeling, and especially when they end up loving it too.
Yeah.
I had a feeling you were going to like it. The people who I've known that don't love it, they still really enjoyed it, and there's still like so many great things about it, I think. The next question is foundation. Pick your favorite first book in a series. It's actually a bit darker on my face than my actual skin color, but yeah.
We're not going out today. Like after this, we're just gonna like eat and then like sleep.
One of my favorite first book in a series is Renegades by Marissa Meyer.
This is hella dark on you. It's dark
really
on me.
But it basically follows this girl named Nova, and when she was younger, her parents were actually killed. Her family was killed. So like not just her parents, her whole family.
Shit.
Yeah.
Bro, this is orange.
On camera it doesn't look bad, which is nice.
I have not read it yet.
Society is divided into like everyone. Okay, I'm doing such a bad job explaining this book. Some people have developed extraordinary powers. Society is divided into 2 different groups. There are the renegades and then the anarchists. The renegades are typically known as the good guys and the superheroes, where the anarchists are known as the bad guys. Nova witnessed her family being killed, and so she was hoping that the renegades would show up and save her and her family, but they never did. So she wants to get vengeance on the renegades. So she ends up like disguising herself as a renegade and entering like the renegades headquarters and everything. She gets in, she encounters this other main character named Adrian. He's the love interest, and he's the son of 2 renegades council members. So he has 2 dads.
Hey!
Yeah, he has 2 dads.
I didn't know that. Nice.
And so the story kind of goes from there. I just love the book because it had everything that I love to read about. It has characters with powers. There's a slow burning romance. Both of them have secret identities. As a reader, you know about these identities, but the characters don't know about it. So seeing everything play out is just so good, and it's fast paced. There's lots of action in it as well. It's kind of a long book, but you fly through it.
It's been a while since I've read a book by Marissa Meyer, actually. I feel like ever since I finished the Lunar Chronicles.
Yeah, and I honestly think I prefer the Renegade series over Lunar Chronicles.
Close your mouth real quick. Like, so I can do like... Wait, do this. Do this.
I was like, how did you want me to close my mouth?
Sorry. Yeah, like that.
So hard to find time to like, oh my god, the foundation is like so dark.
Oh, now you notice. It's okay. We're gonna blend it out.
Blend it out. With like drugstores, you can't.
Yeah, you can't test it.
Yeah. So I was like, this looks.
It's okay. It's
enough.
okay. We'll use your what you call it, concealer
to blend it out. Yeah, I don't wear foundation on a daily basis, or like really ever.
We're gonna blend this down.
It feels so weird.
We're gonna blend this down. It's okay.
So the next question is concealer. Pick a character you wish you could get rid of. And you could use this one for the concealer. That's what I use.
Is it wet?
No. I use it dry because I'm too lazy to wet it. I remember from your video that you mentioned Zara as a character you wanted to get rid of. And like prior to having your video uploaded, when I saw other people doing this tag, the first character that came to mind was Zara. Zara is from The Dark Artifices. She shows up in Lord of Shadows, and she's also in Queen of Air and Darkness, which is by Cassandra Clare. Zara is the worst character.
She's honestly the fucking worst.
Yeah, and like just her presence just immediately irks me. So she's definitely a character that I want to get rid of.
When I first read the book Lord of Shadows, I thought she was gonna be a decent character, but I've hated a lot of characters, but oh my god, there's just something about her that makes me so mad.
And it's just every single word that comes out of her mouth.
Just
and
her presence
alone is so irritating.
It really is. It's so annoying. And I just hate the fact that she has privilege because her dad has power. Like, and I just hate the fact that she has privilege and she uses that. And I just hate her whiny ass because she just thinks that everyone is against her. I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
But like, we're against her for a good reason.
And the way she just talks to people and treats them.
Yeah, that's
like
so
she's
true.
very condescending as well.
She takes people's credit.
Yeah. And it's just like, girl, what are you doing?
It's so bad.
Yeah. But another character that I thought about is President Snow from The Hunger Games.
Ooh, yeah.
I haven't like thought about The Hunger Games in a while. This is like a throwback. I feel like so many people have already read The Hunger Games, so like everyone knows why President Snow is terrible.
I like how I'm talking about Zara and you just jump from that to President Snow.
Yeah, because
like, okay.
I don't know, it's like I miss The Hunger Games.
I really do too, yeah. Look up again. Do it to this side. Sorry, it's okay. Shh, you're doing great. Okay, I think we're done with concealer. Powder.
So the next question, yep, it's powder, and pick your favorite last book in a series. I think you mentioned this too, Clockwork Princess. It's the perfect last book in a series. I love the way it wrapped up. In case you didn't know, Clockwork Princess is by Cassandra Clare. It's the third book in the Infernal Devices. I reread the whole Infernal Devices trilogy in the fall, and I was listening to Clockwork Princess in my car on my way home. And the ending, I listened to that epilogue and I like was on the verge of breaking down while driving. I was like, nope, gotta hold it in because
I don't know how you did it.
able to see if I started crying.
I don't know how you did it. If I were to listen to the audiobook and I knew that the epilogue was coming, I would just not listen to it until I'm home in my bed, no makeup, like ready to cry. Because that was me when I reread the last book. I was in my room like ready to cry.
But I think it's because like I was driving home from my internship and my internship was like an hour away and it was like 10 minutes into the car ride. So I was like, shit, if I stop listening, what am I going to listen to? So I just continued listening to it. Such a great ending. And like that was the first time I reread Clockwork Princess, or like the entire Infernal Devices trilogy too. First time I read it was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. So it's been like 4 or 5 years since I first read it. I was just an emotional mess.
Her brush has hair coming out. I'm like, I think in this video I'm just like doing your makeup, but I'm low-key dragging like,
all my products. Next question, eyebrows, a book that you think everyone should read. I use this and I also use this. I don't know, it depends on what you want to use.
Okay.
But if you want to use the pomade, I have this eyebrow brush.
Honestly,
you're gonna like this one because I chose The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. One of the main reasons I picked up this book was because I know you read it and loved it.
Like,
this is a book that's told in verse, and I don't read that many books that are in that format. It didn't really feel like poetry because I listened to the audiobook and the author narrates the audiobook, and she does an amazing job doing it.
Yeah.
The whole story deals with identity,
but then also relationship with your parents, especially when they're immigrant parents.
Also relationship with religion.
Yeah.
Also like first love. I think that was really sweet, even though it wasn't like a huge part of the book, but you see how that connects with her relationship with her parents and how that played out too. All the poems in the story, it connects with the previous poem, if that makes sense, and it didn't feel like I was listening to a book written in a poetry format. It deals with a lot of really important issues, being a woman of color. The main character is Dominican, and you see how that plays into her narrative. Next question is eyeshadow. Pick a book that has your favorite colors on the cover. The eyeshadow palette that I brought, this is the only one I brought, Tartlet Roasted, so it's a tart palette.
Did you just say roasted?
Oh, toasted. Sorry, toasted. But yeah, I love the colors.
Oh my god, you must whack with that.
Sorry. The colors are so pretty, and my answer is Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Ngang.
Yeah.
Purple is my favorite color, so when I saw the cover for that book, I was like, oh my god, I need to have it without even knowing what the book was about. I first read the book through the library and I listened to the audiobook, and so like I knew I wanted to get the physical copy because I really enjoyed it, and the sequel's coming out later this year.
Yeah, everyone's very excited for it. I feel like a lot of people have been reading it lately because of the Asian readathon.
In this world, society is divided into 3 castes. So we have the lowest class, which is the paper caste, and then we have the steel caste, which are like half human, half demon. The highest class is the moon caste, and they're fully demon, and the king in this world is part of the moon caste, so the king is a demon king. Ooh. And every year he finds 8 girls that are from the paper caste. They essentially become his concubines, and so they're meant to serve the king and everything. The beginning of the book kind of starts off with our main character Lei, and she gets selected as one of the paper girls, and there's also a female-female relationship in it, which was really sweet. I wish I had read the book myself, because like usually when it comes to fantasy audiobooks, I don't enjoy them as much when listening to them, but it was still a really good book. And I loved the court and political intrigue in it, because for a majority of the book it takes place at a court. The relationship was really sweet too. I did have some problems with like the author telling us what was happening rather than showing us, which kind of sucked, but overall I really liked it, and I'm so excited for the sequel.
Oh yeah, the cover
it released today. Yeah, it's blue. I believe it's both Lei and Ren on the cover.
Oh, I'm just gonna use tapping motion because I want this color to be everywhere on her lid. Ew, I sound like a fucking makeup artist. Who am I? So Sandy, what are you excited about BookCon / BookExpo, or BookExpo / BookCon?
I'm excited to hang out with everyone, see people I haven't seen in a year, meet new people. My foot itches. Sorry. No, you can keep going. I just need to scratch my foot. Should I even bother with eyeliner? Because that shit takes forever. And I know I'm gonna fuck up. I'm just gonna say this in advance. I'm sorry if I mess up the eyeshadow with my eyeliner skills.
It's okay. I'll forgive you.
Alright. Eyeliner, pick a dark and mysterious book.
Oh, I haven't read eyeliner.
Yeah, I can't talk and do eyeliner.
What is it though? Stila?
Oh, okay. I got the Stila eyeliner. I've been wanting to get this eyeliner for a long time, but like I'm too cheap, and like it was on sale at Ulta for 10 bucks, and that's when I finally got it. Yeah. And I love it because like I always have such a hard time doing eyeliner because my eyes are weird. And it's like shaped weird. I could do my right eye pretty fine, but like my left eye is like, I have like a triple lid, I guess. And it's so hard to do eyeliner on it. Okay, I'm gonna do my eyeliner first, and then I'll talk about the book.
Or you can talk about the book and then do the eyeliner.
Okay, I'll do that.
Oh, you just want to get out of it.
The book that I'm choosing is My Sister Rosa by Justine Larballestier. And I read this a couple months ago. It's not so much of a mysterious book, but I do think it's a kind of a dark one because it basically follows the main character who is Australian, but he moves to New York City with his family, and he has a younger sister named Rosa who is 10 years old, and he believes that Rosa is a psychopath. So the story kind of follows that plot line. Rosa, she is a character, and she does a lot of things.
She's a character
that is very questionable and terrible. So that's all I'm going to say about Rosa. I haven't really heard many people talk about it, but I really enjoyed listening to it.
Yeah, I think I remember you talking about it in a reading vlog.
It's a really good thriller. Yeah, I have a whole reading vlog about it, so if you want to hear more of my thoughts, check out that reading vlog. Okay. See,
oh, it looks good. Yeah.
I can do my right eye fine, but once I get to my left eye...
I did her eyeshadow. If she fuck it up, I'm leaving. I'm kidding. I will never leave you.
Oh, thanks. You're so kind. The next question is mascara, and it says to pick a long book. So I like to use 2 different mascaras because I'm extra like that.
I was thinking that. I was like, oh, extra.
Yeah, so the first one I like to use is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume, and my eyelashes are also pretty weird on my left eye. Different types of mascara, it would clump my lashes and it looked really bad, but the Lash Blast one, it doesn't do that, which is nice. And then this one just adds volume. I don't use this all the time, but if we have this dramatic look, so I'm gonna do it.
She better.
I'm just gonna choose a book that I've read this year, and the longest one that I read this year, I looked on Goodreads for this. Oh shit, I gotta curl my lashes. Let me curl my lashes first.
Wait, can I guess? Let me go through your Goodreads.
Okay, you can guess.
Arch Enemies?
Yeah! That's the longest book that I read.
That was also the first book she read in 2019.
Yeah, how many pages is it? Oh, it's the first. Oh yeah, that is the first book that I read.
560.
Arch Enemies is the second book in Renegades.
Yeah, roughly 500 pages.
I loved it so much. It's such a good sequel. That ending literally left me speechless. I'm so excited for the third book because it's coming out later this year, and I love the title of it and I love the cover.
Wait, what's it called?
It's called Supernova, and the main character's name is Nova. So like that play on the title, I love that. All right, we got 3 more questions. The next one is blush. It says pick a book that had some cringe-worthy romance. I'm gonna use this palette. This is going to be my blush and highlighter and contour. So the first book that immediately came to mind about a cringe-worthy romance is On the Fence by Casey West, and I don't even remember what that book is about, but I believe it has to do with this girl who doesn't like being girly or anything. There's this guy in her life, and this guy is like best friends with her brother, and they begin to develop feelings for each other, and I just thought the romance was so cringeworthy, and I don't remember why. That was one of the things I didn't like about the book. I gave that book like a 1 star. I remember what I didn't like about it, but I don't remember the details.
This is such a nice blush. It looks so cute. Ew, I hate myself.
So for highlighter, it says to pick a book that brightened your day, and this is the book that I read this month, Fake It Till You Break It by Jen P.
Oh no, I want to hear this.
It's so cute. I love it. It's basically a rom-com that has fake dating in it, and the 2 main characters, they've pretty much grown up together because their moms are best friends, and they live like right across the street from one another too. Both of their moms have always wanted them to end up together, but they can't stand to be in the same room as one another, so they kind of hate each other, I guess. And they're tired of their mom trying to set them up, so they hatched up this plan to pretend that they're dating in order to get their moms off their back. And obviously, once they start hanging out more with each other, they realize that they don't hate each other as much after all. Their relationship was just so wholesome, so heartwarming. It's also told in dual point of view, so you get to read from both of their perspectives, and I love books like that, especially when it's contemporary, because you get to see what these characters are feeling when they're in the presence of the other character, and it's just so cute reading about their internal monologues and realizing that they have feelings for the other person.
Aww.
The way that it plays out is just so cute. I'm like 99% sure that the main character is Vietnamese. It's like never explicitly stated, but there was one scene in the book where the main character was pretending that she was sick, and her mom asked if she wants to eat, I'm gonna say this really wrong, but jiao ga.
Jiao ga.
Jiao ga.
Yeah.
Yes. Vietnamese for chicken congee. I read an arc, so the accents weren't included in the words as well.
So I'm very excited about it. Is it out already? I think it's out already.
It's out today. So
wait, it's out today?
Yeah,
hey.
get your hands
like,
on the copy, buy that book, read it, check it out from the library. So the last question is lipstick, and it's your favorite book kiss. It's not necessarily a book kiss, but it's like a ship. So I'm gonna change the question a little bit. But I'm gonna choose Ty and Kit from the Dark Artifices.
Yes.
They never kiss.
They never kiss.
But
not yet.
Every single
scene, not yet.
Not yet. Every single scene that has Ty and Kit is like so precious, and I live for it.
Oh, this is ColourPop Ultra Blotted Lip in Zuma.
It's like the perfect color for me. So this is the final look. Thank you, Trinh, for doing my makeup. Much better than anything I could do. Don't forget to check out Trinh's channel and to check out her video, because we're also filming a collab tomorrow. All the links will be down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye! Hi everyone, it's Sandy.
I freaked out. Sorry, I freaked out.
Alright.
Okay, do you think?
Alright.
I just realized, when you're editing this, where will you put the photos of the books?
Right where the Popeyes is.
Oh, that hurt my feelings.
No, but you'll still see it in between questions.
This is Fenty Beauty. Rihanna,
I don't have a single like Fenty product.
Please sponsor my ass.
I've had that foundation for a while too, and
did you buy it in the summer?
Maybe it has always been a little bit dark even in the summer. I feel like I think I'm more tan than I actually am.
That's so funny. As I was putting it on, I'm like, this is not blending in. I'm surprised. Are you tired right now?
Am I tired?
Yeah.
Not really. I slept on the plane.
Yeah, I slept too. Like for the last hour, I just
I can never like do anything when I'm on a plane. I sleep. I remember when I was traveling back home from Vietnam, I literally slept the whole flight. It's like a 12-hour flight from Vietnam to Chicago, and I slept.
Wait, was it like a what you call a connecting flight?
There was in Japan. So like yeah, but like
typical.
Once I got on the the Japan flight?
The Japanese flight. The flight from Japan?
Yeah, the flight from Japan. I like knocked out. I swear. I think the woman that was sitting next to me was like, is she okay? I would only wake up to eat. That was the only time I would wake up, to eat and to use the bathroom.
Is it Karina? Oh, thank you.
Hi.
Oh, yeah.
We're just finishing up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
feel free to come in. Karina.
Oh yeah, also check out Karina's channel. Link below. Alright, bye.